Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and I'm here today with special guest Alexa. Say hello.
Hi.
Fantastic. So, you might be wondering to yourself, what the hell is this? It says Let's Play in the title, but this doesn't look like one of your normal Let's Plays. And also, I thought you said you weren't doing any Let's Plays this week. Well, that's true. But this is not a traditional Let's Play, much like the game that I'm going to be playing is not a traditional version of the game. For those of you who don't know, during E3, Bethesda made fun of themselves and decided to release Skyrim on other devices like Etch-a-Sketch, smart fridges, and Amazon Echo devices. Well, it turns out that at least one of those things was actually true. And so now we actually have Skyrim on this. it's a joke. It's meant to be funny, but it actually plays like a very interesting D&D style text adventure. So I wanted to do a little bit of it and share it with you guys. And if you have any Amazon Echo device of your own, you can download this for completely free and try it yourself. But anyways, let's begin, shall we? Alexa, open Skyrim.
Welcome back to Skyrim, Adventurer. You scroll through your journal menu for a refresher on your quest. Ah, yes. You promised to help the people of the Foggy Dock by clearing the nearby Cave of Evil. You were about to decide where to go. There are two ways forward, a shadowy corridor and a minecart path. Which do you choose?
The minecart path.
You move deeper into the cave. Lit candles rest on a rocky ledge. Some else has been here recently, it seems. You hear the rattling of bones. A skeleton warrior lurches towards you. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Foos. Your mighty thumb crashes into your foe. The skeleton warrior struggles to get up, briefly, then expires. Good riddance. You have triumphed. You have 82 health. Your shout skill has increased to level 3. You now command unrelenting force. There are 3 paths forward, an excavated mineshaft, a minecart path, and a torchlit path. Which do you choose?
The torchlit path. Let's go safe this time.
You move deeper into the cave. Cobwebs crisscross the walls. The webs are a little too thick for comfort. You smell vermin. A disease-ridden skeever appears. You can attack with weapon, cast spell,
Attack with
use
weapon.
shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Weapon.
Your great sword viciously cleaves the skeever. The skeever whimpers and dies. You are victorious.
Of course.
Your health is at 82. There are 2 paths before you, a pitch-black tunnel and a minecart path. Which do you choose?
The minecart path.
You move deeper into the cave. You pass carefully over a creaking wooden footbridge. This is no place to twist your ankle. You step into a pile of webs. Uh-oh. You're stuck. And a small frostbite spider starts crawling towards you. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your frostbite stings the small frostbite spider. Your magicka swells with arcane power. Your magic skill has increased to level 3. The small frostbite spider bites you. You take 7 damage.
Ow.
What would you like to do?
Oh, that's not good. Attack with weapon.
Your great sword decapitates the small frostbite spider.
Good.
The small frostbite spider's carapace thumps to the ground and bits of leg fill the air. You are victorious. Your health is at 75. There are 3 paths forward, a partially collapsed mineshaft, an excavated mineshaft, and a barely lit mineshaft. Which do you choose?
Sounds like our only choices are between 3 different, excavated mineshaft.
There are 3 paths forward, a partially collapsed mineshaft.
I heard you.
An excavated mineshaft, and a barely lit mineshaft. Which do you choose?
The excavated one.
You move deeper into the cave. Lit torches hang from the walls. Who's maintaining these, you wonder? Your nerves go on edge. There must be danger ahead. You hear heavy clacking noises.
Uh-oh.
A giant mud crab snaps its claws menacingly. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Mud crabs are weak as skeevers. Attack with weapon.
You can attack with weapon.
Attack with
cast
weapon!
Spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your great sword slashes the giant mud crab. Your skill with arms has increased to level 4. The giant mud crab snaps its huge pincers. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Seriously? Attack
There is
with...
no turning back now. You must face this final threat. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee.
Attack
what
with...
would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your great sword strikes the giant mud crab. The giant mud crab snaps its huge pincers. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Shout.
Fu throw. Your unrelenting force tosses the giant mud crab into the air. It crashes to the ground. Your foe is resistant to this type of attack. The giant mud crab attacks, but misses. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna die against a mud crab. Magic.
You can attack with weapon.
Magic.
Cast spell.
Spell.
Use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Spell.
Your flames sear the giant mud crab. You stare at the smoking remains of your enemy, impressed. Winterhold College really paid off. You survived the battle. Your health is at 55. You loot the giant mud crab's remains, find an epic iron war axe, and cast aside your old weapon. You have successfully cleared the Cave of Evil. This should earn you a generous reward. You hop down a ledge and find yourself at the cave's entrance. Neat.
Neat.
The orc breathes a sigh of relief and thanks you for putting down every last one of those vile villains. They really had it coming. She tosses you a sack of infinite holding. Is this powerful wizardry or a mod item? After heading out on the road, you have a peculiar conversation with 2 Ullikar warriors. Then, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a Daedric shrine, in the other is a busy trading post. Where would you like to go?
The trading post. I'm not going to no Daedric Shrine. Give me... trading post.
In one direction is a Daedric shrine, in the other is a busy trading post.
I know better than
Where would you like to go?
The trading post, please.
In one direction is a Daedric shrine, in the other is a busy trading post. Where would you like to go?
Fucking Mars! The trading post.
Once at the busy trading post, a dark elf forester greets you. He tells you of the terrible evil lurking in a nearby forest that has been terrorizing the busy trading post. Will you lend your spell and steal to his cause?
Yeah.
You follow the quest marker to your destination. Rabbits scatter as you enter the forest. You wonder why they are even in the game. Do you charge into danger?
No.
You head out on the road. After paying the fine for killing an innocent chicken, which by the way was a total accident, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a Nord village, in the other is a Daedric shrine. Where would you like to go?
Nord village.
At the Nord village, an imperial messenger greets you. He desperately needs you to retrieve an offering to the 9 divines from a haunted cave. Will you help the imperial messenger?
Nope.
After heading out on the road, you become overwhelmed with quest markers and turn them all off to enjoy the beautiful landscape. You soon arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a spooky lighthouse. In the other is an ancient standing stone. Where would you like to go?
I guess we're going to the spooky lighthouse.
At the spooky lighthouse, a Breton miner greets you. She desperately needs you to retrieve a diary full of secrets from a misty mountain. Will you help the Breton miner?
Yes.
You follow the quest marker to your destination. Wind whips around the mountain. Looks like a long way to the top. Do you charge into danger?
Yes.
An icy plateau stretches out before you. A wild-eyed Forsworn blocks your path. He looks tough and totally psychotic. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use spell.
Your frostbite chills the Forsworn. The Forsworn attacks, but misses.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Flee.
You successfully turn tail and run away with your dignity intact. Mostly intact.
Mostly.
There are two ways forward, a snowberry-lined footpath and a windy ridge. Which do you choose?
Snowberry line footpath, please.
You pass an old Nordic shrine to Talos. The Thalmor wouldn't be happy to see this. Then again, the Thalmor aren't here, are they? An adoring fan has been stalking you for weeks. He's harmless but so annoying. He really needs to die. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
I'm not going to kill him. Flee.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Flee.
You flee successfully. All's well that ends well, you suppose. There are two paths before you, a slippery rock scramble and a frosted footpath. Which do you choose?
Those both sound dangerous. Let's go with the slippery
There are
rocks.
two paths before you, a slippery rock scramble and a frosted footpath. Which do you choose?
Actually, frosted footpath.
Trudging through ankle-deep snow, you remind yourself to enchant some frost resistance onto your boots the next time you're in town.
Yeah.
A bandit leaps out in front of you. He won't let you leave without a fight. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee.
Attack.
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your war axe rends the bandit. Your foe has some resistance to that attack. The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Resistant to my war axe. Cast spell.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout,
Actually,
or flee.
use
What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Futhro. Your unrelenting force tosses the bandit into the air. He crashes to the ground. The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage.
Again?
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your war axe slashes deeply into the bandit. He cries out and expires. He died as he lived. Or something like that. You have triumphed. You have 86 health. There are two ways forward, a surprisingly lush plateau and a snowberry-lined footpath. Which do you choose?
Oh, your health must get replenished every new quest that you do.
There are two ways forward, a surprisingly lush plateau and a snowberry-lined footpath. Which do you choose?
Surprisingly lush plateau.
You venture further up the mountain. As you ascend the mountain's path, a snow fox darts from view. A deranged Khajiit looks at you with wild eyes, like a kitten staring at a ball of yarn. Which makes sense, you suppose. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Futhro. Your unrelenting force throws the deranged Khajiit back, staggering him.
Nice.
Your thumb grows mighty. Your shout skill has increased to level 4. The deranged Khajiit scratches at your face.
Ooh.
You take 8 damage.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your war axe rends the deranged Khajiit. Your skill with arms has increased to level 5.
Nice.
The deranged Khajiit scratches at your face. You take 8 damage.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your war axe viciously rends the deranged Khajiit. He dies with a sad meow. You have triumphed. You have 70 health. You ignore the useless junk in the deranged Khajiit's inventory and find a legendary iron battle axe. Ooh, shiny. There are two ways forward, a frosted footpath and a windy ridge. Which do you choose?
Windy Ridge.
You venture further up the mountain. An icy plateau stretches out before you. A wild-eyed Forsworn blocks your path. He looks tough, and totally psychotic. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
And on that note, I'm going to leave it at a to be continued. Alexa, stop.
You can attack with
Alexa,
weapon.
stop.
Safe travels, adventurer.
Thank you. Alexa, play the Dragonborn theme.
Here's a sample of Skyrim Dragonborn theme by Video Games Live.
Well, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it on that note. So that is Skyrim for Amazon Echo devices. For those of you who wanted to see what it was like, for those of you who don't have one of these, it's actually surprisingly intricate for something that's meant to be a joke. They actually put effort into their joke, so I commend them and I applaud them for that. It's pretty decent. So anyways, that's it for this goofy little video. Thank you all so much for watching. Too bad it was just a sample, huh? Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Alexa, play music from Skyrim. Okay, goodbye. She doesn't always listen.